Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I create H layer for my 36 day of type serial, which one for 2018. Let's start. At first we need a spline shape for the our letter. I will type capital H and middle it and select a bold font, which one I think this one will be fine. You can use italic one, but I think regular is the better one for our case. Then I will going to apply an extrude with holding Alt key, so it will going to parent it automatically. Maybe we can scale down our letter 150, and its extrude could be 1 centimeter. And now we need a outline frame like in here. Then I will going to basically make an instance of my spline text and apply a sweep with holding Alt again, and I will put a rectangle shape to here. You can scale down its size and weight. You can make the height of it around 20 centimeter, and we can offset it around negative 10 centimeter. If you want, I think it's too much for now. Maybe you can reduce the height of it. Let's make it 15 and move it negative 7.5, which one half size of the 15 centimeter. So why I made instance of my shape? If I going to change my font, in case our outline also will update automatically. So I will keep my font. Let's create our arrow shape now. If you're going to press the asset browser and type arrow, you should find this two present. I will going to use linear arrow, double click it and close my asset browser. In the top view we have a shape like in here. I will going to press C and make it a table. I'm going to select all points, rotate it in this axis in negative 19 centimeter. If you press shift, it will snap it, so you can rotate it in negative 19 easily. In our shape have this kind of form. Let's convert it into this form. I'm going to delete these points and subdivide these points two times. So now we can direct these 2 points here, like in here, and we don't need this one. To learn this my side of this point, I need to open my coordinate manager. So we see we have 10 centimeter between these 2 points. I made this 2 points scale, size to 0 to make them line up them, and make selection for this 4 points. Make size of I need to make size of them 10 centimeter to make them equal, like in here. So our arrow shape is close to in here now. Let's center our pivots to our shape with the axis tool, which is in here. Let's rotate our shape again in 19 degree and bring it to center, and we can scale up it a bit and move its position, something like that. Maybe I think our arrow tip is a bit long. Yeah, it's look alright, better now. And maybe can center pivot one more time. Or we can press the L, move our pivot manually. It's totally up to you. I'm going to apply extrude arrow shape and make it in y-axis and 10 centimeter maybe. Let's make it 20 as well and move it, sorry, make it 15, so it's going to have same depth with our ladder. So we can move it in z-axis -15, sorry, +15. In our sample we have some extrusion in arrow. Let's make this part now. Again, I'm going to make an instance of my shape and apply a sweep with holding Alt, and add a rectangle shape with pressing Shift and scale down their size. Maybe it could be 2x2, and we can make an instance of it, or we can apply a symmetry to this shape with pressing Alt again. I'm going to change its axis to Y, and with pressing L or pressing enable axis, I can move my axis in 7.5, and we can disable our show plane. Let's create a camera. So now we have our basic shape. Let's add these lines in the center of the ladder. Now I will go and create a rectangle shape. This will be just for our ladder inside. I will press C and make it a table again. I will uncheck this close spline and delete these 2 points, and I can scale it down and make these points long, like in here, and I can click these 2 points and hold Control and drag, like in here, and in our tools we can center our axis again. And we can make this x-axis to 0 by right click, and I'm going to duplicate our points with Control again and rotate it in this axis 19 degree, and we can scale down our points something like in here and move them. Maybe we can scale down more. I think this is alright. I parented my this shape accidentally. By the way, you can solo your shape with the viewport solo, and let's apply sweep to them. Oops. I need to click Alt for this and bring a circle shape with pressing Shift, and we need to scale down this circle. Maybe something like in here, even thin maybe. So we can make this sharp and smooth with increase the size of the caps and adding some subdivision to make them smooth. Yeah, nice. Let's create this small lights in the arrow now. I'm going to create a simple shape with a sphere. I can reduce size to 3 maybe. Yeah, and create a hemisphere. And I will parent it a null. I will call it light null and create a tube now for outside of our lights, which is not visible, but I know we have outside shape of around lights. And scale this tube again. This rotation segment could be 32, and we don't need these high segments. One will be enough, and maybe we can add some cap segment. Nope. Some fillet around the edge. 0.1 maybe, and add some segments. Maybe rotation segments could be 64. And now let's clone our lights. To cloning our lights, we were going to need a shape inside of our arrow. To make it, maybe we can use our linear arrow shape. I will going to duplicate it with Control with and drag mouse. So now we will have this shape, and I will untick the close spline and delete these all points. And then I need to bring this, let's call it light clone shape, and move it to here. And yeah, I need to move my points to somewhere about the center of my arrow shape. And maybe we can make it longer, like in here, or yeah, let's make it longer. Why not? And yeah, we have a shape point to clone our lights now. Let's select our light shape and clone it. Parent our cloner with Alt and select the object and bring our shape to in object area. So you will see our lights not aligned as we want. We need to rotate them in P part to 180, and we can move our cloner shape to 0 again, and as you can see, our lights not like equal and neat like in our sample. To make it, let's call it by the way light cloner. To make it equal, we need to change the distribution to step or even. I will go into with the step one, so I will be able to control my light position better. Maybe we can make our lights a bit smaller with just click and scale down them. Yeah. Yeah. Let's save it. Now let's apply some basic materials, and I will going to show you how I can how I create this flowing lights part. Let's call it red for our age. I change the color red. Maybe we can group our red materials to make it easier. I need to press Alt and G. I can move my material to, let's call it H leather. Now I'm bring other parts inside of it. Yeah, and by the way, we need to remove these lights. We can use plane effector, or simply maybe we can change our clone shape. Maybe we can divide this area. Divide again and divide again. If I press break segment, you will see we're going to have a gap now, so I can move my points. Yeah, I think it's better now. Let's create a material for our arrow now and call it yellow, and maybe we can create a group, null group for arrow as well. And let's create a chrome material for lights around. Call it chrome. And let's create an emission material. to control our lights, we need to make another light mesh, and I will call it lights off null. And for this off part, I will going to create a glass material. And make the roughness maybe point .05. So now we have a light mesh with the luminous material, and with a light mesh geometry with a glass material. I need to blend two of them. To make it, I need to make a cloner and make a child of our current cloner, and bring these two them inside of it, and make the mode linear. And I need to make the count 1, and change the clones type to blend. How can I? So by this I can't control the blend with a plane effector, and all I need to do, make the parameter in parameter part to make the turn of the position, and this modified clone part to make it 100%. Let's call it light plane. And if I'm going to add a sphere field inside of it, you will see when my sphere field move, in lights inside of this field going to change, turning off. But I want to, when lights up in the spherical area, all I need to do just move up my turn off null, so it will be opposite of it. To archive a movement like in here, all we need to do now, we need to add as animation. In animation take, we need to apply align to spline. In another spline part, we can use the outline clone shape, but if you remember, we broke this one. We need to create another one which is not broken. So I can I duplicated it and make a selection with this broken 2 points. When I'm going to select join, it will be one spline again, and I can remove these 2 points now. So maybe we can make our shape a bit longer. So now if I add some keys in the position, like in here, we will see our lights are acting as we want, but I think there's a problem in here. Okay, in our cloner object, some of them are inverted. To make it to fix it, all we need to do is in our cloner shape, we need to select these 2 points and reverse the sequence. It didn't work. Maybe we can change the direction of them with a plane effector. So we can say, let's rotate these guys. In this for 180, and we want to just affect these guys only. We can use a linear field. So it's going to affect only this guy, which one you want to do. So you can see it's fixed now, but our animation doesn't look like in here. We want to start from here to up. All we need to do is just select our, let's call it lights on off shape, which we use it for our spherical field. We need to just reverse the sequence. So now our field is moving like down to up, and we can't we can change is easing within the timeline. We need to select these 2 points and make them linear, but still it starts fast and move slow on the top part. To fix it, we can change the type of the adaptive points, make it subdivided. Actually, making it uniform will work better, because it should be uniform. Maybe we can make it faster to move our keys. Maybe 40. So it's working now. We need a few of them. We can just basically duplicate this spherical field and add our plane and make them add, and we can offset keyframes. And maybe we can add some animation in our camera, create a null and making parent of it. So this can rotate around 40 degrees and come back to 0 again. With if you find it too fast, maybe we can make the timeline a bit longer. 180, and we can move our keyframes to like in here. By the way, you can see there's some, this light stayed on. If we move the point like in here, it will be fixed. And maybe we can duplicate these guys and add more of them. And by the way, we can use the same material for our inside of the shape inside of the leather shape. Since we have some troubles in this part, maybe we can move our edge leather a bit forward. Something like in here. Let's use a HDRI to archive to realistic result. I'm going to create a dome light, and in polyheaven now we're going to use a sunset HDRI. Maybe this one. We can play around with the intensity. To make it look like a bit dark, and we can play around with its position. Our lights looks like a bit too much yellowish. Maybe we can reduce it to bring it more like white, and we can add some bloom. And adding some contrast will help a lot, definitely. If you want, if you change HDRI, probably will achieve better results. To get some more details, I will add one more light. Maybe we can use area light. And make intensity around 5 maybe, and you can scale down the size of it. This scene will be available on my Patreon page. I will provide the link. Don't forget this, join for free and get this from me. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in another tutorial.